Welcome to the Hot Young Designers Club podcast.
I'm Rebecca Plum, your big sister.
And I'm Sean Surha, your GBF.
We're not that hot or that young,
but we believe it's a state of mind that helps us build adaptable and profitable businesses.
We rely on the support of our design besties to get through each day.
So let's explore the emotional, practical, and humorous sides of being interior designers.
Welcome to the club.
Hey, Sean.
What's up, Rebecca?
I'm starting my day.
We doing it. We out here. I woke up feeling a little puffy around today. Like I should have put my little glasses on. It's like a drag queen with a big necklace, right? Like, don't look at my Adam's apple. But for me, it's like, don't look at my puffy eyes. Like,
draw the eye somewhere else.
Yeah. Like, don't pay attention to my giant shoulders. Look at my shoulder pads. Like,
right. Look at my small waist.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm coming off of like a week home alone.
Congrats.
Yeah, it's like a mixed bag, but it's good.
Like you would like to not have it be so quiet and empty, or what exactly is the mixed part? Like, what's the bad or the...
I just think I rely a lot on momentum of structure.
Okay, same way.
Even though I don't like it. I don't like a lot of structure, but I do think having like milestones or like goal posts, little ones in your day definitely help. I also didn't go to the office all week. So I was like kind of just like, okay, just have a little bit of a mini staycation. I'm working, I'm like maintaining things here and there, but I'm trying not to like work.
Like push really hard, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm trying to make it be a little bit of a rest, which it totally has been. But I don't know, it's hard to like keep things moving when there's no like time, like time.
Yeah, like you don't have to pick up Cecily from school.
Which is already like summer makes it hard already to stay motivated, I guess. So then I struggle with like how motivated should I need to be, like questioning my own like internal need to constantly be motivated or productive, and then feeling guilty around that, and like that cycle of oldest daughter Gen X. It's
like you were like unpacking something that you were like, wait, why is this here on my staycation week?
Like, why do I feel guilty? Do I need to? Like, well, okay, you have this, and this that you really probably should do, like to keep a client project moving. But other than that, like, why are you worried about it?
Because rest feels uncomfortable
not uncomfortable, but there's always like this guilt of like it's like a low hum of you are being lazy, you shouldn't be doing nothing on a Tuesday, like
how dare you. Yeah.
But then I'm like so unmotivated. Like yesterday, I was just like so unmotivated. Like I did not want to do anything. And I was like just trying to like look at it. Like, why? Like, do you actually just need to watch Nashville 10 episodes in a row on Netflix and do...
Maybe.
And I think I did. Like I woke up feeling better today.
You were pushing a lot because you're just talking about both of your projects are like ramping up at the same time, which draws
I was working
a lot
like
of
a
energy
lot of
really
long
quick.
Nights before, yeah, for sure.
And then you get tired from that push, but it's like, I get it. It's motivating to have that push. You get through it, but then you're like, I need a recovery.
Yeah, the cycle of it. And then the recovery always puts me in like too much of a slump sometimes.
I feel that like there's a point where you've like regulated your nervous system so much that it does not want to come out of that zone. And you're like, yeah, but we have a job and we have life commitments that we have to motivate our body into, maybe, or how to get it to feel that way naturally instead of with stress is probably how we usually motivate ourselves.
Yeah. And I feel like I haven't been feeling super stressed, but I have felt like I've had to push to get things done. So I think, I probably just like bonked. Like, do you know that term from marathon running.
No.
It's probably
Not, like,
other
getting hit on the
sports
head?
too. No, bonking is when you like it would happen to me. Like I used to run half marathons, and it would happen to me when I wouldn't eat enough. And like I don't know what the medical people probably know. But
Okay.
basically, I think your blood sugar probably like hits a point to where you just crash, and then like you're sick and you can't like you have to dig yourself out of the
Oh, it's like a
trench.
shutdown.
Yeah, but you're running in the middle of a trail and you still have 10 miles to go.
Oh my God.
So,
Like call the helicopter to like bring me out in one of those spinning beds that goes up in
right.
the LA.
And then afterwards, like the recovery is that much harder because you overdid it. You depleted basically your systems is what it is.
Like your body ate into its reserve probably.
Yeah.
And it was like, we did this for survival. And you're just like, oh shit, that's what that feels like. Like,
Yeah. So like bonking like hurts really bad. But if you had just like, if I had just like eaten as I went or had my little goo packs or whatever and drank water consistently, and then you don't reach that point, like, or overdo it basically. So I think it's a little bit of that. I feel like that happens to me a lot. And I'm trying to not do it and also not just like sit in negativity. So I don't know. I've been like staying consistent with my walking and like running errands and stuff. But
you use that word consistency and it did shift something. You said it in Marco Polo. Like, I don't know how much we've talked about this, but the discipline of it all, the way that like discipline culture and all that feeds, especially with like workout and physical like exertion and energy and all of that stuff, like all those sort of influencers around like health and well-being talk about discipline. And I never really liked that word because it implies somehow that like what the way you are living is undisciplined. And it's not always the case. Like and that's why I like that you're kind of reframing it around consistency. It's like, I'm just getting more consistent with taking my walks. It's not about the discipline of physical activity. It's like the consistency of habits that make me feel good. And it's just a weird mind shift for me that I like hearing.
Discipline means that you're pushing against something. Like there's like friction and like
and you don't want to
pain. Yeah. And that's, I mean, my rebel spirit does not do well with that, but I do struggle with consistency for sure. And like getting bored, like I like the new, like, you know, that. So I'm just trying to like sneak up on myself. I've been doing it for a few years for a few things. Like I think we've talked about it, like washing my face at night, like weird things that I've just always hated doing. And this isn't a telling people how to do things because this is just what has worked for me at 50. But I can't make it a big thing. I can't make it a big announcement. Like people that go on Instagram and are like, I just started this new routine 1 week ago and everything's great. And that's okay,
21 days in on my 30-day challenge. I'm like, oh, no, I'm glad you're doing it.
For little things, that's fine. But if you're really trying to make a lifestyle change, I think you're putting pressure on yourself. And I don't do well with that. And I've done it to myself before.
So that's why you're ditching Duolingo.
It's also not, I did ditch it actually. And it's not for other people. It's like performative, I think, when you do that publicly. So I've been making a lot of changes over the past couple of years that I haven't really talked about, and I don't really need to because it's not for that. And it ruins it a little bit if I make it about that and make it about feedback or getting attention. So anyway, consistency is
Wait,
something
that also
I
sounds
definitely
like older
struggle
daughter.
with.
Like, no, don't look at me. I was already doing it. You don't need to come back and talk to me about it or like see me doing it. Like,
well, if you see me doing it, then you're gonna like, I don't know what is like catch the magic of it, and then it goes away.
Yeah, like they break the spell a little bit, and now that it's been seen.
Also, like now you expect it of me, and you know I don't do well with that.
Yeah. Like, how's all your skincare going? You're like, now I'm not doing any. I don't want to do it. I don't want you to ask me. Like, some of that is also there's something nice about the mystery of maybe not mystery, but like the quiet seeing the quiet work that people are doing. That's actually, it's come up in our Patreon episodes. We've been talking about like the invisible stuff that a lot of us are doing. We said it about designers who got their studio spaces and then were freaking out the first couple months, realizing how much more rent they needed to come up with and all their overhead expenses. And then about rebranding or changing, like we're constantly doing that. You and I have both had these hidden things around our health and our well-being. Some of mine a little more public last year with my divorce, but like all of those things are happening for so many of us. No one is saying it, which sometimes is on purpose. Like you're saying is, it's not for everybody else. I don't need to keep talking about it.
And it's based on my own track record and experiences and knowing myself more than I did 20 years ago. So it could work for somebody else where like having a public expectation will help motivate them. Like if you're an obliger type, like that probably would help you and not wanting to let people down. I don't have that much of that. So
I have like zero obliger in my strength
I
finder.
have some, but I will like, the rebel will like overtake that at some point in that cycle. So yeah, I think just like, yes, I have to sneak up on myself. I have to not trick myself, but just like, oh yeah, you get up and you do your journal and you go for a walk, whatever. Like, I just can't make it like, okay, psych yourself up, set your alarm, put your shoes out, like all of that.
Oh,
is
that's
like
that discipline culture stuff that I can't.
Yeah, and it works for some, but I've done it plenty of times, and it just like will start to bore me or like, yeah, you don't expect me to do this. Like the worst part about all of it is now the dog expects me to take him for a damn walk every day, and he's not gonna like he's locked on. Oh my God, like intense. But
and if anything that like helps, you're like, well, okay, the walk isn't just for me. So I'm sure some days you're like, oh, he just really does want to go. So let's go. Like it might motivate you some days, but if it became every day or the time couldn't, for me, it's like that idea that like, yeah, discipline is one thing. And some people run their lives like a Japanese train system. Like they are like, nope, the train's on time. I'm at the gym at LA Fitness at 7:05 every morning, never fail. Like they're just like, if that's what they need is that level of like programming or itinerary building in their life to get it all done, that's one thing. For me, and probably for you is what it sounds like. That level of down to the minute living just is not how I enjoy my life. I want room for surprise. I want room to like, if I say, oh, I got to run an errand and go in this store and I see a new boutique next door that I want to go into, I always want to feel like, you know what, you have 15 minutes, go. Like, go in that store, go check it out. Because that's where the surprises happen, or an extra long lunch with someone because you weren't in a rush to leave. Like, oh, I got to get to my next meeting. But to be able to have that one more extra conversation of intimate conversation or to being able to support that friend, like you're leaving room for those things to come into your life. And I know that that's how that happens for me. So if I'm overly programmed, I won't do it. And discipline feels like programmed.
well, yes, discipline feels like forced against your will to do something, but
Yeah.
consistency does matter, and like habit stacking really does help me. So I do have to do it in the morning or it's probably not going to happen. And then I have the rest of my day to like unwind as it is going to. So like now my habits are like the journal, read, walk, and Desmond knows it. Like he knows the routine. And it's not always at 7:05, but I do know if I don't do it an hour and a half before I need to be somewhere, then I don't have enough time and it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So I do have to like plan a little bit, but also make it enjoyable. Like I have my chair that I sit at, I have my glasses always there, I make my coffee. Like it is a routine. And I think after a period of time, it does feel like I want to. So it's been 2 months, I guess, since I've started doing it.
More like around consistently is what you're saying. Like
I do
having a
it every
pattern.
day except for the weekends. I don't always.
Yeah, I
So
take
I'll
my.
go on like a long walk on the river. I've been trying to do that the last few weeks.
How long is that?
Well, Sacramento has this really beautiful river trail that is like 27 miles or something all
I know
along the river
we
and through
like
the
drive by
oaks.
it when I
And
come visit you and never go.
yeah,
Maybe
so there's
that would be
actually,
good.
yeah, we should. There's like a path that the cars don't go on that goes the whole way. So it's like crazy cyclists and walking paths that go in and out of the river, but it's along it.
Yeah.
So there's tons of access points, and it's one of the like incredible things about our city that is kind of hidden.
Yeah, it's like a big asset.
It
Or
is.
could be even more so. Like,
Yeah, I used to when I was doing the marathon training, that's where we would train. But yeah, so I do like at least an hour when I go there because there's no cars, so you
yeah.
could just walk for hours.
Yeah, and for you probably too, it's like it's less about, oh, I'm trying to hit. That's kind of how my walks are, is it's less about how far and how much of it I'm going to do and more about the time I'm giving myself to do it. So some mornings, my morning walks are, I mean, my heart rate isn't getting as elevated because I'm just focused on like slow movement, my breathing. Maybe sometimes I'm doing some grounding exercises. So I'm trying to like go through, you know how you go through like, what are 5 things I can see or what are 4 things I can hear? Like sometimes there are more grounding walks. And then other times I'm like trying to shake off a morning funk. Like I can feel my energy is low or maybe my sleep wasn't as good. And so getting my heart rate up and moving a little more helps like blow off the plaque a little bit and get
For
that
sure, I do
shaken
it for
out.
my mental health more than my physical health, but
And
I'm doing
like
it for
side
both.
effect is great. But my physical health is better because of that. Like,
So that was a whole sidetrack.
oh no, my journaling. Sometimes I'm doing my journaling midday. Um, and I started using this app. This might be good. It's called How We Feel. Have you heard of it? So it's an app like non-spawn. Like it's free, which is one thing. And you can set up feeling check-ins. Like, how are you feeling? And it asks you, like, there's like a 4-color divider. And when you open, so it'll have high energy, unpleasant, low energy, unpleasant, high energy, pleasant, low energy, pleasant. And then once you say like, oh, I'm feeling like low energy, pleasant, then it opens up this like field of bubbles that are all different feeling words and just trying to get you to like, oh, okay, so you're saying like low energy, pleasant. Is it chill? Is it content? Are you comfortable? Or it gets to like unpleasant. You know, you can go all the way over to like in the center of the feeling pool are things like uneasy, pleased, calm, and bored, which are all kind of like, ooh, that could be kind of neutral feeling. But then you get to the outside of the bubbles and you get to like enraged, ecstatic, serene, miserable.
That's just like a snapshot of that like single moment of your day, or you're trying to look at your whole day?
2 check-ins, like a morning and an afternoon check-in. I try not to do it before my morning walks or before my journaling or before I've eaten because I feel like that the way you wake up isn't necessarily how you're feeling that day. And if you assess it I don't like assessing it like, oh, I'm sitting and I'm waking up first thing, it's my first like 30 minutes or an hour. That's not necessarily how I feel that day because I'm also absorbing my calendar, the pressures of all of that. So I like to check in kind of like 10
Oh
o'clock.
yeah, I feel like opposite because I don't remember what I have on my schedule yet. Like I haven't looked at any of that stuff yet. So I journal before I do that.
And so like my journaling and my check-ins are usually, unless I wake up feeling like I'm looking for some clarity, but if I'm going to process, I did this How We Feel app, which is kind of nice. And it's nice to do that because sometimes you go, oh, I'm so stressed out. And then you look back at the day and you're like, remember when you felt perfectly fine? Like that was 1 minute of that day. And it's pretty helpful because it gives you the little like, there's a little graph it shows you and it's like helping you and also just like making it faster to check in, and you could do more than one. You can do multiple check-ins if you want, but I feel like those having one or two is helpful to say, oh, I looked a few times today, and at those times I felt peaceful, or I felt calm, or I felt anxious. Like, oh, why was I feeling anxious? What was that coming from? Like, oh yeah, that was like right after you had that stressful phone call with the client or whatever, the contractor. So yeah, like that makes sense. Those are normal. Like that would have been a normal reaction. And then you can kind of see patterns. Like if I know I've skipped my walk a few days, and then you're like, yep, that's why you feel low energy in the morning. Like go back to get back on that and start doing that again. Like it just helps me see it without feeling pressured by it. And
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know about multiple times
yeah, it helps with
checking with my feelings, but I
I
think
know.
I just too specific. Like I don't want, because I would be always like at noon and it'd be like,
You're hungry.
I'm stressed. Like I would always feel stressed because I'm always trying to get to the next thing. Like I don't know. But I don't know. I will look at it.
Yeah, see if you think. That was one app I was looking at recently. That's been nice to also like just helping with the variety of the feeling words. Like where you're just like looking and you're like, no, that's not the right word for what I'm feeling. And then encouraging you to like dig deeper. And some of that also came out of, I think, EMDR for me, was that might not, like you say it out loud and you're in the therapy and you're just like, I don't actually know, that feeling doesn't feel right. Like, and then you sit and you're processing it in the therapy and you're like, no, there's a root, or there's like another feeling. I feel like that's the EMDR is like meant to peel that back of like,
Yeah, get behind it.
what is that root? And so this has also helped with that general idea of stopping longer to go, are you really feeling agitated, or did you just get 10 minutes of agitation and generally you're feeling fine?
Because you drank too
Like,
much coffee.
yeah, you're feeling jittery. Like that's the type of stuff that I think it's doing for me more is let's make sure that those things feel accurate, because not all feelings are real, or it's just our body's trained response to something. And we need to like slow down that until you realize like, oh, I have this better connection to my mind and body now that tells me more accurately.
Yeah.
Hey, this conversation's making me anxious. You guys are throwing around a lot of deadlines. Can we just slow down a second and talk through that? Like knowing in that moment, being able to name it, that's what makes it faster to process those types of things is what has helped me.
Would you say that in a client meeting?
I would say that. But I'm me. Like I would say, oh my God, all these deadlines you guys are throwing out are making me anxious. Can we slow down and review these a little bit slower? Like, this is crazy. You guys are throwing out a bunch of stuff. You're making me nervous. Or like, I've said that to clients when they start throwing out a bunch of new scope ideas. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are making me so overwhelmed because I'm thinking of all the work we're going to have to do because of that and how much money you said you don't want to spend on all of this. And then it's kind of like a joke, but it's also saying the feeling. Which, that's probably a little bit of softening the feelings for people so they don't feel that. But that's kind of what we do in our jobs for them is like,
right, reframe it.
yeah, you guys are spending a shit ton of money. Let me, this is a really wise investment. You guys are going to be so happy you did this. Like we also have to reflect back feelings for them sometimes because they're blocked by their own emotions.
Well, yeah, because it's highly emotional. Yesterday, I started work. So my ADU project, we're starting the inside and of the main house. And it's not a huge project. It's the bedroom, the primary bathroom is the biggest and bedroom furniture, but there's not a lot of renovation in there. So it's mostly furniture, redoing the fireplace.
Okay.
And some cabinets in the dining room. Oh, and a powder bath. So it's decent amount. But they decided to redo all the flooring because they had like the builder put in LVP.
Okay, I do remember that.
So we were just going to do it in the bedroom because they did rip out the carpet. But then like 2 weeks ago, they're like, actually, we just want to do it all. I'm like, okay, it's going to change your whole house in a great way.
That's like getting your walls skim coated it's like changing all your floors or skim coating all your walls. You're just like, oh my God, we moved to a brand new house.
I try to tell people that, they do not believe me, but it is
Yeah.
expensive. So
Yeah.
yesterday, so I didn't know they were demoing yesterday. Like, nobody told me. So the client texts me last night showing me a picture of like the bedroom demoed, and it's just like the bathtub that we're saving was there. She's like, I guess we're sleeping in the bathtub. I'm like, haha. Wow.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Demo. And then she starts showing me the rest of the house. And like, oh shit, it's like a full construction site. All the floors are up. And
Oh my God.
she's
Wait,
like,
where are they staying?
well, she's like you told me, or she said, like, I heard you when you asked me where we were going to stay, but like, I guess I didn't hear that.
Like their feelings were blocking that. They were like, no, don't pay attention to that question. That's a legit concern. Like,
I think she thought it was going to get phased, or like that conversation just wasn't had with the contractor. Like,
yeah.
and technically they still have another bathroom and a couple bedrooms that or have carpet that's stained, so they have a place. But and I kept saying, well, you have another house in your backyard, like you have the ADU, but there's doors aren't on, the interior doors aren't on in there yet, so they don't have a bathroom, like a private bathroom in there. So anyway, like I had to kind of like do a lot of emotional work with them yesterday and just be the like go between with the contractor. Like, I don't know where the missing communication was with them. Like, it probably could have gotten laid out a little bit more of like, here's exactly what's going to happen and here's what you need to do.
I would have loved at least like, and I get it on like huge projects. Sometimes the timelines get at like kind of crazy, but even
But
if
they
I
know
can
they're
just
moving
get
out. Like,
Yeah,
those
like-
houses, they're moved out.
That's why I'm like, if you could just give me, I don't know, 2 to 4 weeks at a time, even like the broad strokes, like week 1 demo starts on this day. Rebecca should probably know that. Like,
I was going to check. I wasn't given the full schedule in Builder Trend, so I think I might have it now. But they had that. I just don't think they knew the implications of what it meant for demo. Like, can we still live here?
no,
So
because the baseboards come out, the flooring came out,
but
the doors.
the kitchen's still up. Like, they can. Like, we're not doing anything like that.
But is it like concrete underneath or subfloor, like wood subfloor?
No, it's concrete.
You could
It's
be on it, but
gross.
yeah, it's gross. But
So anyway, I like talked to the contractor, like, because she's like, yeah, the flooring's not going to get installed till the bathroom's done, which like that's months out. And there's not really work getting done in the rest of the house probably until towards the end when like tile and stuff happens. So,
yeah,
or cabinets, which are going to be the last thing. So anyway, I talked to the contractor. I'm like, can we move up the flooring? Like, what really needs to happen so that they can at least live in their house?
yeah. Why would we not? If they're not doing as much to all those other rooms that need flooring. So in theory, it's like put down the flooring and then you close off that wing of the house to construction workers. Like,
Yeah, because they can
that-
access the primary bedroom from the bedroom. There's doors. So,
like maybe
Yeah, so
their
he-
bedroom or any space that's directly outside of like a bathroom or something where it's going to get tile, then maybe you don't put the flooring there yet. Or
he said he was going to rework the schedule and be able to do that and just like
Yeah.
protect where they needed to and keep the workers out. But
I mean,
yeah,
good on him
it's-
for being open to that. And also good on you for like, hey, can we do anything about this? And like knowing that this is a reasonable conversation to have with someone.
Yeah, no, he's great. And I just, sometimes like he's pushing to get the work done, the workers there. And I think like probably just kind of had a little bit of
Yeah.
the clients maybe don't totally understand what's going on.
Yeah.
It
Also,
was
he
probably
would
just
probably
assuming
want
because they just had done a big project. So he probably just assumed they knew what.
they
how it
knew and it'd be
worked.
cool. And the other part of it is like, this is also going to help him with, I mean, it's like a money thing, but he's moving up a deliverable on that timeline to get done sooner. So he's also moving forward work that he gets paid for. So, and nobody
True.
really, like, he'll be done with the project sooner as a result.
And they'll
even
be
if it's
much
a few
happier
weeks.
if they feel like they can mostly live in their house for most of that time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So I'm going over there after this to
One of my
see.
University Park Estates project is gonna live while both of their bathrooms get done back to back. It's gonna be tough. It's just
Where
hard.
do they not have a bath? Do they have a third bathroom?
No, it's two
Oh,
bath.
they're phasing it though.
And they're doing one then the other. And
Oh.
both of the contractors are like, well, just so you know, like, and it's like that's how it is sometimes. But I feel like the hard part is no matter what they would do, people kind of get locked into their way of life and their timing, which is beautiful, which is like what we want. Like at the end of a project, you want people to feel like they're locked in on like enjoying their home and being at home more often and liking their daily routines, kind of like how we're starting this talking about journaling.
Yeah, I want to be comfortable.
And I get it. Like the wife, she goes to I think it's Pilates, like rides her bike to Pilates and then rides back home like she does that in the morning. And it's like she gets Pilates and physical activity, some vitamin D because she's riding her bike out in the sun. And that routine would be different if they were in an apartment or in a rental or something like that. And no rental, like honestly, 2 bathrooms in a row, we'll be lucky if that's 2 months in a rental, which I get why people don't want to do it. I just also would not want to live in the mess of it all. Like,
if they were doing 2 bathrooms simultaneously, though, it's going to be 10 weeks instead of 20 weeks.
I know.
Or 25.
I forget. Well, hopefully not that long, God, but
just like
it could be.
Weeks, there's breaks in between. Like
I
they
know.
can't
or we
get
have a delay.
tile guy back.
Or the fabricator just can't get back on the day we really want him. So you have a quiet job site and it's like, oh shit, that sucks because the cabinets are already in or whatever. Like this one will be annoying though, because all of the, you know me, all the tile work has to butt up to like a slab piece. And so there's all those little extra slivers of tile that it's like you get to a part where the tile guy can only go so far until the fabricator brings in a slab or brings in a piece. Then he has to come back and they've got to do a little more. And that's kind of what I'm realizing as I'm like going to the quoting again on these, is making sure to draw attention to that stuff for the contractors who they know, but I'm the one who has to remind them, like as they're quoting it, because they're like, oh yeah, I could do this. And they're very optimistic, which is lovely. And they can do it, but they're not saying out loud the part that the client really still needs to hear is like, yeah, this is going to be a beautiful design. There's some sections where we're going to have dead time where we're waiting. We have to wait for the next vendor.
The tile guy has to come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Or the tile on the floor needs to be fully set before I'm going to, bring the countertop guy in here. Like, I don't want him stepping over unset tile work or whatever the thing is going to be. So I'm realizing, oh yeah, that's my job again. I have to keep reminding them like, hey, build in some extra time. Like this isn't just a bang it out, drywall, throw in the cabinet, prefab kind of stuff. Like, I think they get optimistic and they think they're going to do it really fast. And I was like, this is not going to be fast.
Not if they're all different trades. Like that's what I kind of like working with smaller contractors if it's just bathrooms. Especially because a lot of them do a lot of the work themselves.
Yeah. Like you can't have 4 guys in there in a tiny bathroom.
No, but then like they're not waiting. He's not waiting for other people. Like I have a couple, or especially one guy that he only does bathrooms and he does almost all the work himself. And he likes to only do one project at a time. So he does kind of knock it out because like he brings the tile guy in, electrician, like a few things, but he does the cabinets and
see, that's cool. And then like one of my guys does framing, electrical, plumbing. I think he could do roofing, but he does. Like, I think it's on his license, but he doesn't do it. But then that means that he can do all the demo, all the rough framing, all the rough plumbing, all the rough electrical. And then he can have the tile guy come in and he's like, all right, I'll be out of your way for however long you're going to need to do the waterproofing and bring all this stuff. And then he has the cabinet guy. And then he is also like a pro finish carpenter. So I'm like, these jobs are good for him because he knows that so intimately and he can control his timelines. So I'll be excited on that one. For that project, did I show you those? I think I did. I think I showed you the maybe we weren't on the episode, the NASCO resin terrazzo. But okay, these are like the boring ones, but the NASCO rep emailed me after, once you order something on Material Bank, then they know you forever. I really don't want the concrete terrazzo because it's that not everybody wants that patina and permeability and the wear that the concrete terrazzo will create. They want it to be more like that, epoxied concrete where it's not going to be permeable but without the shine of being at the airport. And now they have these resin tiles from Rasco that I was looking at for that project because we're really trying to reduce how much wear and tear and cleanability. And it's honestly first, it might sound fussy for some hotties who are listening and being like, oh, that client's being particular. But this is also something that I'm like, no, this is kind of nice. These are really big chunks of natural stone and marble in these. And then it's a combo of Caesar stone, but with the marble in it, So you don't have the permeability issue because of the resin.
But it still looks good. There's still some.
It looks really good. This is that one this one is Aglo Rosa Perlino. It's a blushy color, hotties. If you guys are watching video on, where's all our videos? Spotify and YouTube. Or all the videos for episodes are also on Spotify and YouTube.
We're still working on Apple.
Apparently it's a whole thing with Apple, but yeah. So this one was cool because it kind of has that travertine marble mosaic kind of pieces, but they look so good with that pinky dusty rose kind of background color. And then another one that I got was, this is their chips collection. This is Amaz, and it's a honed mint chocolate chip kind of.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful, but with good variation and without all that permeability and concerns about resealing constantly. The micro fissures that show up more in concrete than in resin or marble, So then I'm this is a win on multiple levels. So I don't know. I feel like everybody's giving Concrete Collaborative a run for their money. Because they have these in multiple sizes sometimes, and slab. That's the other thing. They have these in slabs.
Oh, nice.
So you could do them in tile or in slab, which is they have 2 cm or 3 centimeter. You can special order some of the stuff in 2 or 3 centimeter slabs, which is some of them only had a 5-week lead or a 7-week lead. And I feel at one point, Concrete Collaborative was pretty far out. I don't know what they are right now. I haven't ordered from them in a while. So, but I know that at one point I was looking at some of their stuff. I was 10 weeks, not bad if you're really far out, but also if you just wanted to, if you are.
Grab some tile.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just thinking because now that I showed the client this, because this was one of their ideas that they're we really, yeah, we have porcelain in the rest of the house. And they fell in love with stone and want stone, but they just are having a hard time getting over the hurdles of yeah, there's different care and maintenance for each of them. And I feel these, it's pushed in a good way to get them towards something that's going to be easier. It's kind of a unicorn material.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how it looks. But they're bigger, large format, right?
Oh, yeah. They can do 20, they have 12 by 24, 24 by 24. I think they even have a 4 by 4 size. Because they can make the slabs. So if you wanted to have giant tiles, almost slab-like throughout your house, you could do it if you had a big place. I mean, these are regular size bathrooms. So.
And somebody who knew how to set those.
I know. Don't you? Okay. The one thing I do wish I could have is, in the Cliff May mid-century homes here, and you guys might have had them too, actually. I feel a lot of developers, they had, in some of the original plans, they had terrazzo shower pans that were poured, and then they had a little shallow basin poured into them, and it was like this big slab of, and some of them were blue to match light blue toilets in the 50s. Some of them were green to match a green like toilet. I feel like most of those houses, they're all gone because the concrete of that terrazzo they built for those houses, it all started cracking, and then they started getting
not
like
good for earthquake country.
Oh my God, no. And they're sitting on top of a concrete foundation that's then like in a sandy area. So that was totally not the right material for that. And no wonder most people had to take out their shower pans in those neighborhoods. Probably by the 70s or 80s, most people were having to take those out because they were getting leaks underneath the shower pans. But resin would be a totally different thing, I bet. Like, could you imagine like a mono poured, like it's one big piece of like poured terrazzo?
They do that?
I mean, you could
I can't imagine.
have it
Like,
made, but
it's
I feel like
so
it'd be really hard to
rare.
ship it. Like, you probably could never ship it, or if you could,
Well,
it would have to be so
But in the
densely
60s,
packed.
they poured it and did the grinding
And
and
like
everything on site.
and polished it and did all of it. Yeah. And now we don't have as many people doing that, but I bet you could get a shower pan poured like for your
Yeah,
Lux
it's just going to be $1
premium
million
Lux. But
for something that probably used to be like a budget solution.
oh, yeah, because the concrete was like masonry work was cheap. There were a lot of, I mean, we post World War II, we had so many tradespeople that had been trained through military service of like carpentry, pouring concrete. Like there was such a building boom too that everybody could be an expert so fast. And yeah, like I'm thinking of one of my clients, they had their fireplace they knew was built by one of their neighbors. They bought the house like in the pandemic, and the neighbor, like an old neighbor guy, came over and he's like talking to them, getting to know them, and told them that, oh yeah, I was a mason, and the neighbor and I came up with this arrangement, and he did stuff in their yard for something, and then he helped them build their fireplace on their house. Like he helped the original owner, and it was like a weekend project. Like the house didn't come with one, and so he pitched in to help build one with his neighbor because he was a stonemason, and
I
that's
know so many
insane.
of those
Like,
stories are lost. In Land Park, like this really big public park in Sacramento, there's this little kids what is it? Like it's called Fairy Tale Town, like a little amusement park, and it's really really cute. It's like for like toddlers to 5-year-olds, and it's all Mother Goose stories time like themed. And it's all so it was built in the 60s, I think, maybe the 50s. And it's all these things like big, like a gigantic shoe formed out of concrete, or like a full-size 8-foot tall Mother Goose, or like a giant, I don't know, all kinds of stuff. And it's all made out of these different concrete forms, or like a big piece of cheese with holes that kids can climb in. All the slides are made out of concrete. It's all like painted, and it's really, really cute. And everything is, made out of concrete. And I did a consult for someone years ago, and she lived in a little house near that area. And she had all in their front yard, like their sidewalk and their entry was poured concrete, but it had all these different patterns like stamped into it. I can't remember exactly like the details, but there were interesting details that were like strange, kind of. She's like, oh, this was owned by the guy who did all the concrete statues at Fairy Tale Town. So like those stories, like, no, you don't know that unless you know that. And like when they move, I don't know, I just feel like all those stories get lost.
the
which
story's
is
gonna
sad,
be gone. Yeah.
unless someone does a TikTok about it.
And then it's like, yeah, permanently immortalized or
I don't know,
memorialized,
or
I
someone's
guess.
gonna bust up that step that has like those little things on it, and no one will ever know it was even there. Anyway,
That's sad, but a reality, like, I get it. That's a reality for probably a lot of stories that we've lost in houses, and really sad when you think about that's why we do, but this is honestly, that's why we do this, because we like those stories. We like a home that has a story. We appreciate preserving it somehow.
But it is
and-
hard to, but you can't, it's not realistic to preserve a lot of it. Like,
No, like a concrete walkway wasn't meant to be 400 years old. Like,
no, or like I had to rip out a pink tile bathroom because somebody had already abandoned the shower. There was one wall that had no tile on it. Somebody put a new tile molded shower system in. Like, it all had to go. Everything was cracked. Like, nothing was functioning anymore. The layout was terrible. And when I posted that, people got pissed. And I'm like, you guys, like,
there's nothing left to save sometimes.
like, I would save it too. Like, the ones that I see where people find these preserved vintage bathrooms and they can make it work with new fixtures, maybe a new vanity even. I love that. Like, more of that. But sometimes, like, you can't save everything. And honestly, like, when you think about it, especially in California, our old shit is 50 years old. Like, it's not old. You know, like, it's not.
And it was
old.
never meant to last. Most of it was not built to last
especially
that
the post
long.
World War II, like, people are the make it work moment. Like, we're doing, like, you're just trying to
The way they
live.
threw up so much housing so quickly, very little of it was actually meant to be the same quality of housing that we saw in the homes built in, like, in my area. The homes built in the 20s and 30s weren't built in the same scale or speed or pace, and were definitely built to focus on, like, craftsmanship, revival styles, like some more modest than others. But a lot of those tract developments and stuff were no one at the time was ever going to say, oh yeah, these are going to be 300-year-old homes one day. Like, no.
No, like, your orange peel walls, they're not going to last. Like, get it out of here.
Do you think that, sorry to shift, do you think that people will like at some point those, like, really, you know, like that ice cream, not ice cream, what's the word? Like icing, cake icing style ceilings where they're very, like, gloppy?
I
Like-
had a project that had it.
Do you think that, like, is there a degree of those that come back? Like, other than on, like, say, like a Spanish stucco house where different types of stucco make sense and stuff? Like, is there a world where that makes sense for people anymore? Like,
But a lot of them are like low ceiling, like tiny rooms. And
yeah, like if you had Spanish textured walls and then you did lime wash paint on them, beautiful. But if you put lime wash paint on top of like a cake icing style stucco ceiling or something, like, I feel like that's gonna,
I
don't know about
had
that.
a project that was Spanish, was probably built in the 20s, and it had really gloppy wall texture. And it had to stay because it was the whole house and it was part of it, but I did not like it. But just because I didn't like it in 2022 doesn't mean that it should get ripped out. I guess, to your point. Like,
fair. But it's the texture of it all.
but it would have cut you if you, like, tried to put your hand up across it.
Wait, really? It was like high relief.
Oh,
Some of
yeah.
it, I've seen some on the ceilings where I'm just like, these look like little stalactites. Like, I don't want them. Is it stalactites? Which one hang down? Stalagmites or stalactites? I think stalagmites are shaped like an M and they go up, right? And then
I never learned that.
I have no idea.
Geologists, write in.
Yeah, this is not the show that people were here for. Stalactites hang downward. Okay. Yeah, and stalagmites push up. Okay.
Like, mites are going to be in your carpet.
So they're on the ground, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. That's one way to remember it.
I have to have something like that.
But I don't know. I would love to see. This is where we need that fake platform. The one we
Oh.
mentioned, like, we need something that is for designers maybe more specifically, like inspo.
Yeah,
like,
a couple people wrote us with some suggestions, which I don't even remember what they were, but they weren't right. They weren't what we were
Wait.
talking about.
wait, what were some of them? Do you remember any of them?
No.
Like, I just sent you the app that you said you had used but hadn't been in for a while, which was Cosmos, which is
Mhm.
kind of like if Pinterest and Tumblr and maybe a little bit of like Google image search,
And
like
like
in
a
the way.
fever dream had a baby.
if it's it's so funny because there's not a lot of monetization in it yet. So I think that's like, I have to acknowledge that I've been messing with it, Cosmos, playing with the app and just seeing like what's in there and feeling like it definitely has stuff I'm not seeing on Pinterest.
It seems like a lot of more like international imagery,
And-
like projects.
And I guess was like built with an intent that a lot of graphic designers would use it. And so that's interesting to watch the type of imagery that gets added there.
There's a lot of like mood and vibes, and like I've used it for mood boards, like when you want imagery that's not a room necessarily. So like nature vibes, textures. It's cool because you can search by color, like it has a little color picker.
I did see that. I hadn't used it yet, but yes.
So then it'll like just generate a bunch, your feed would be a bunch of images in that color. I just was having, like I said, I haven't used it in a little while, so it could have more populated images now, but like I don't feel like I could get something specific.
That part is a little hard because I was trying to search some things and it was getting their algorithm is, you could tell they're still nurturing their algorithm of suggesting you other things that are related. And I feel like Pinterest tries to figure that out really early to keep you in there, is like, here's some other stuff that looks like that or feels like that. And Cosmos doesn't quite have that down
And they're
with
not
what
like
I've been doing
links,
yet.
right? Like Pinterest is made up of a bunch of like linked out
Yeah.
blog posts or whatever, something that's linking you to something else. Wayfair, but on that extreme. But Cosmos, I didn't feel like it was that. It was more just like feeding imagery, which has its place for sure. It's just like, what do you want it for?
What do you want to use it for?
But I did think it
Yeah.
was cool for like, yeah, a vibey mood board where you wanted to show like seagrass blowing in the wind with a foggy sky, like that, or like, I don't know, swirl of paint, or
That's where you could use it more maybe in the conceptual stage, right? Like, I'm just pulling a vibe. I'm trying to get a few ideas. Oh, here's some tortoiseshell. That looks cool. I wonder if we could get that texture somewhere. Like, it's just kind of like pulling general.
is it natural? Is it sleek? Is it glossy? Like, yeah.
And they have a bunch of things that are not, like, it'll just be a bunch of ceilings suddenly or a bunch of wall treatments you could do. And then it's not giving you the whole room as context. So I do kind of like that because it's not getting distracted by other designed rooms and more by a finish or a material. And that would be where I would totally want, like, if there was a way to see cool textured ceilings, like, oh, how did somebody do like a cake icing ceiling in a cool way? Like, maybe it doesn't exist.
But also in the context of a room,
A little bit.
like both. Like I'd want to see the
Kinda.
detail and then a concept, like a full.
Like, here's what here's what you do
Context,
with it
yeah.
when you have it. Yeah. And then that would be, honestly, it's just, I don't want to invent an app, but somebody should do it for us. Like,
I know.
I really want it to be just interior designers. I really want it to be people who are having an eye
Or like
somehow.
contractors
Or
that care, finish, carpenters, or like it could be different tradespeople.
I know. The problem is this is me. The problem is other people. The problem is anyone who, like, if it's just like a bunch of untrained eyes looking at something and you're like, no, I kind of want somewhat skilled eyes looking
But
at
also,
these things. And
I mean, I think they could be skilled, but like
Creatives.
I don't want to see it on like a gray large format ceramic tile. I don't know. You know, like I don't want to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
an ugly
I don't want to
like
see a Home
granite.
Depot bathroom pop up in
Exactly.
my
Like
feed
maybe
on
you
this
did like a
platform.
really cool install detail, but like I don't want to see the Tuscan dream
Like that.
bathroom in the suburbs.
Could you imagine designers on a platform like that just like reporting images left or right for being like basic,
Flag.
like flagged, and then whoever the admin or whatever that is like is just like having to make subjective decisions about, yep, this is aesthetically, this is an ugly room, so we're gonna agree with this. Like that's the problem of letting designers get in there with their opinions. Is like, ew, this is a 2012. I don't know. This is a 2012 HGTV reveal. Like, we don't want this on here. Like, then it starts to become like a taste battle, which you lose the inspo from. So realizing when I'm saying it out loud.
But you could have to fill out a form like on, Facebook groups, like to qualify to be in it.
Oh, yeah.
So you could have to fill out like anybody could look, but if you want to be a poster, you have to qualify and understand the vibes and the aesthetic. That's not all the same aesthetic, but it has to be like a high taste level.
Okay, so there's a vetting process for the app.
Posting, yeah.
Yeah, for creating content or uploading content.
Because like I know some contractors that would know what to do, or like some like a tile guy, painter, and they see a lot more, which so you would kind of want like the right person. They're like in a lot more houses than we are.
And they're there to tell you, oh shit, I just came across this amazing finish. You guys are like, I would love a little bit of context even in the comments of stuff of like, hey, this is perfect for wet spaces, but it's not so great when you're out an exterior, or like those types of comments are what I really would love to be able to have. And it's
like
not
Erin
a Reddit.
Stetzer. Do you follow her on Instagram?
Yes.
She's a contractor in Utah, maybe. And she, her whole feed is like showing these details of how they executed something in these luxury homes. And it's cool. Like, I love hearing what she's thinking about on her side of it. And also, like, she does a lot of process stuff and how she keeps an organized job site and all that. But, yeah, so, like, how she built, like, a bullnose countertop edge and, like, how that was all, like, put together and the things that they had to think through.
Yeah. Or like when they had she had a home that had those sliding porcelain panel backslash things.
Yeah.
And she talked about how, like, here's the reality here is you also need a track system and you need to do this.
Right.
And like I think if anything, her videos are great for so many people, but they're really great for the people who have no idea that their taste level is a little far advanced. Like, yeah, like, hi, this backsplash that you love because it slides and retracts like a bypass door, that was $30,000.
Right.
That's the budget you said that you wanted for that whole bathroom. So what are we going to do? Like, I like being able to show that stuff when people are like,
Yes.
what if I got a big floating marble shelf above my backsplash? I'm like, oh, I love this for you. Here's a video that shows what's involved in that. Like, you were already worried about buying a slab. What makes you think you can afford the metal construction and fabrication that's needed to support
and reframing the whole walls? Yeah.
Yeah, it's very Athena Calderon is probably the one who started that. Like, that went viral really fast. The like floated marble, deep shelves above everything. And
yeah, like, and girl, this isn't effortless. Like, there's a lot of effort behind it.
I feel like that's the whole point, is like, it looks effortless, but like, yeah, the Spanx are underneath. Like,
yeah.
The Spanx are doing all the work. Or like when it's like being on stage and you're like, oh my God, yeah, Idina Menzel sings amazingly. Also, in Wicked, it's really a chorus show. So like, she would not do as well without a chorus behind her. Like, you need all of your supporting people and the stage crew. And she doesn't get to do Defying Gravity. And if she doesn't have a crew that's going to lift her up on the strings and make her fly, like, you need all that too.
Right. Well, and she's also like a 1 in a billion talent. Like, it's not for everybody.
Yes.
You're not going to work hard and get there. Like, she worked hard, but you need it all.
She worked hard. And are you going to find a contractor who's going to help you execute all of that? But anyway, so this app idea that we're having, if any software bros want to talk.
I feel like there's probably a framework already out there for a different industry. That it's just like a searchable database message board. It's like a really pared down Pinterest, basically.
Yeah. I mean, what I really want is like Tumblr, but I don't
Or
want.
like Side Door or like one of those. There's a couple like furniture database companies that even Material Bank, honestly, like something like that. But that you could post. I'm not saying I'm not saying Material Bank, but I'm saying like the structure of it that has like a lot of filtering capabilities you can hit it at different angles. But then have the ability for qualified approved creators to post content, which would be a lot of people. Like most designers would get approved.
You could probably even make a filter that is for like, because they already have a filter on Cosmos, and I haven't done it yet, but I was reading about Cosmos, and on Threads, someone said that Pinterest has this where you can change it to turn off AI results.
Yeah, I have that.
So I haven't done that yet on Pinterest because I didn't think that far yet, but Cosmos has it. And then I'm imagining in our fake app that we're developing, there's also a feature where maybe it's unapproved content or like non-registered uploaders or whatever you think of, like the people whose taste level hasn't been certified.
Maybe get verified like Airbnb where you're like a super poster.
Verified content only.
Or you get like what is Reddit where you get like upped, when they get like
Upvotes.
upvotes, yeah.
Upvotes, and people like reward your content. Because remember when Pinterest used to spend a lot of time showing you who was posting the content that you were seeing, like who reposted it? Like if you followed Emily Henderson, it would show you, and that was also the fun, was being able to see in real time a little bit what people were thinking or where their headspace was. And I kind of liked that aspect of it.
It's more curated.
And you could, before they had the private boards, sometimes you could see, like I would see friends of friends or people who started pinning a lot of like birthday or wedding stuff. And I was like, oh, that's cute. They're planning something. Like,
I know. I hate that part.
I mean, that's why designers started making private boards, was we don't need people in our business seeing our projects and stuff. Like,
right. Or a client. I don't even want my clients to know what I'm thinking and have them start
like negging. Like, oh, I saw that you put that Zalige and I really don't like purple. I'm not sure if I saw purple in there, and I don't know if you know
and
this.
you're like,
but
no,
like,
I was looking at the mitered edge detail. Like, so yeah, so I feel like this structure is already built and someone just needs to contact that app developer, pay for it, develop
make it public.
And then, invite us to join.
I mean, I want to do it. I just feel like for me, it's being able to search stuff like that where I only want all the results to be different types of coffered ceilings or something. And like, let me take my deep dive into that.
I want to see how, because this just happened to me when I was working on this dining room I'm doing. Like, how does the built-in full height cabinets, how does it integrate with a coffer ceiling? Like, am I just like stopping it shy of the ceiling? Am I wrapping it into it? Like,
yeah. Do I need to terminate it somewhere?
How does it go with the trim? Like, does the crown like go into it?
Yeah, I don't want to I think that's probably the difference, is because a lot of photography is focused on like the perfectly finished, done, everything looks great, it's been photoshopped within an inch of its life sometimes. Because of what we're going to see on Arch Digest or Elle Decor or whatever, those are all the edited, finished, they've shot around the stuff that looks funny. I kind of am okay wanting to see how stuff finishes a little funky, or like, hey, this is not weird. Like,
or show me the actual detail.
But like, imagine you're a consumer on this app and you're looking at tiled showers and you're just like, oh shoot, yeah, they don't have to use Schluter. Look at all these ones that don't use it. But like, it's the education. I want to do it for a designer level of like, well, this is the way I think I would have to finish this architectural detail, but someone else knows more. And I don't have a deep research library of historic architecture books. And I know that a lot of really big name designers, they focus on just like doing that and getting reference from that stuff. But it's not realistic to spend thousands and thousands of dollars constantly buying books. Like we can't.
Well, and
We're
they
just
don't
not all
show
gonna.
you the detail a lot of the time. Okay, I know what it is. It's Dribbble. Have you heard of Dribbble?
I have not.
It's for graphic designers. There's 3 B's, but this is exactly what we're talking about.
Work with the world's. Wait, this is the app or
It has all kinds of. You can upload. It's kind of a portfolio it's used as a portfolio for a lot of graphic designers, but you can find little snippets of things like web UI stuff, like buttons or like a shop. I don't know.
it'd be this, but for designers.
Yes, interior designers.
Do you think Behance was kind of like this? Do you remember Behance?
It's still
I mean, it's still around.
but Dribble's more user. You can set up an account.
Behance also became like a hiring thing, which it was not. I don't think originally. I think it was more just like you could put your stuff up here, and now it became like you can hire someone based on what you see in their portfolio on Behance, and then it was like, oh, we're monetizing it.
They
Got it.
monetize it.
Yeah. That's disappointing. Well, everything gets monetized eventually.
I mean, it has to.
Yeah, because the free advertising and the web space of it all, like
The work.
I mean, that's literally like we're going to have speaking. This is like behind how the sausage is made, but related to that is why aren't we on Apple? You have to host the video somewhere for Apple. You can't host it directly on Apple. So your video from your podcast also has to be put somewhere else that Apple has to approve. And then you pay to host it. It's like you're going to have a new, like, what do you call it? Like, it's going to be like an iCloud fee, basically, for us.
Which makes sense, but Spotify doesn't do that. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, what is Spotify subsidizing if they have enough storage space for that? Or YouTube. Like, YouTube is probably just focused on viewers, right? Apple's not making anything off of your podcast, but Spotify plays ads if you don't have a paid membership. So Spotify will interrupt your stuff with ads or it will start it with an ad, but Apple, I don't think does that.
Yeah. Well. Okay, wait. I
We're gonna
found
find
the
out.
exact website. I'm sorry. Hold on. This is the one that I was thinking of. Okay, this is for web designers. But
It's
it's
called
like
Collect UI.
collectui.com. So like
Okay.
see all these, like if I just want to see an example of a hero section,
Oh.
and then it's designed so it's posted by users. Show me a pop-up button example. About us
Cute.
examples. Like this is exactly what I'm talking about of the structure.
Oh my gosh. Also, I love this as a DIY website
Yeah, if you
designer.
want little
Like I
details
do my
of
own.
like let's see, like a CTA. They don't have very many, but like here's different CTAs. And look at all the little tags. So that's exactly what I want.
Yeah, I could see that looking really. Yeah.
Look at how many different ones there are. And so it's all searchable.
Oh, it's cute. Or like different gallery setups are in there. Like you can look at different ways to show your imagery. Like that's really cool.
Yep.
Also, this is kind of a way to keep up to date on maybe like paying attention to
Style.
trends and patterns that are going to be key in websites. Like there was a period of time where this is like me just observing this, is a lot of hero landers on designer websites now, the image goes behind their header. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where like the header almost
Mhm.
looks like it's floating in front of your hero image. And as you scroll down, maybe the header changes its color as it gets further down the page. Like that was something that was like an up and coming thing in graphic design for like, it just started hitting a ton of different
Like the
websites very
sticky-
quickly.
Like the sticky nav, like the nav sticks at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think mine does
And like that kind of stuff is what you're seeing here. This is what designers and branding experts and people are doing right now. And like, if you're watching what they're doing currently, you're probably going to get a little bit ahead even on things that are going to come like trickle down into the everyday market eventually.
I mean, that's turning into branding stuff, but it would be cool to have like a different, I don't know. Actually, I don't think it's a good idea to do it for interior designers, and everything would look even more the same from interior designer, graphic design.
Oh my God. No, I don't want that. In fact, I think that the best part of this website you showed is that it seems to be a bunch of different industries and people and expertise levels. And some of the ones you showed were showing more techie stuff. Some were showing more product
it's all just
stuff,
graphic designers uploading pieces of their work, which is exactly what we're talking about. So
yeah.
They have a whole
this is cool.
sponsor directory. So I don't know. Maybe we can message them and tell them they want a new industry. We could.
Yeah, if they could just like split this off and then
just like duplicate this whole entire app and website database, duplicate it for a new industry, call it something else,
get funding, because this is going to cost millions of dollars even just to do all that. Yeah, it's just really easy. Like, just get started.
But like, companies would sponsor, like Schluter would.
Oh my God, I could totally see
like
in the way you were saying
details.
Material Bank.
Sherwin-Williams.
Yeah, they would, and maybe you make it where other angle to this. You can't upload full room imagery. Like, it cannot be portfolio rooms. Or maybe you even have that as a filter where it's like, no full room. Like, you have to tag if it's a full room, because that distracts from it. Like,
okay, what I would like is if you clicked on the detail of like whatever the finished detail is, and then it has like a little bit of a carousel where if you want to include full room photos of how it looks in context, it could be behind it, but your hero image is the detail. Okay, God, if I could just invent other people's businesses that are not profitable at all, that could be my full-time job.
if you guys would like, okay, so what you just said is a hobby.
If you want to start a non-profitable business that's going to be a ton of work and maybe no one else wants, talk to me.
Yeah. It definitely will not be a passive income stream, just so you know.
No. Very active and no income. But if the sponsors were there, like if they, I could work.
Totally see detailing.
And I think designers would pay. Like, I'd pay $10 a month for this.
Especially if it was somehow more vetted and more protected.
There was like crap. Yeah.
Yeah. And like literally.
Like Airbnb, you can't just put everything up there. Like, you have to be approved and there's a process and you can get booted off.
Yeah. And I think I would boot a lot of stuff off Pinterest for sure. A lot of stuff off Pinterest. They kind of jumped the shark, or whatever the phrase is appropriate for this, but they kind of did it to themselves.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, well, I don't know. Are they even privately? Who cares? Private equity ruined it, probably.
Let's just blame them.
I'm going to say it's probably. Oh, they're publicly traded. Well, that explains it.
Yeah. There's a board of directors.
Yeah. Also,
shareholders.
Oh, dang, I didn't know that. Dang. Facebook at Microsoft, despite a $51 billion offer. Dang, that's a long time ago.
Ben, whatever that guy, the original founder,
Ben
he's
Silberman.
not involved. Is he still in it?
Former CEO. He probably owns. Oh, yeah. Most of his wealth is derived from an equity stake. Yeah. So he owns an equity share of the company. And this, just a Google search, says $1.5 billion net worth. So he wants to keep his.
He had a dumb idea too at one point. Or paid off.
I mean, this says now that it's soared past. I mean, this is in February. Oh no, this was that offer. His wealth share went up a lot higher when Microsoft tried to buy it, of course, because that probably pushed all of the value up. But I mean, yeah, he had like a crazy idea that just got started. So that would be my advice to designers is if you have a crazy idea, just get started. And I'll end it by sharing in relation to that was hearing from designers about shooting one of my projects that if you've been on our Patreon and you've been in here and going through the whole process of shooting it. And I think hearing from multiple other designers that they're going through this too, and that like
Even
they
big
realize,
ones.
yes, like we're not going to drop everybody's tea here on the show publicly, but like I've been really surprised and encouraged by having messages from designers who are saying like, I had this problem too. I really needed to get myself over a hump. I'm glad you were talking about it. Like I too I'm going to bring in all the styling, all the staging, and just like go for it because I need to build my portfolio, or I'm really proud of this. And it seems a shame that no one will see it. And I went through that journey in real time, which is why it feels so weird to experience it of like, I just kind of need my trusted board of director designer friends to kind of get at me a little bit. And that I feel like we all need from time to time.
We do need to have these conversations with each other because like what was so no duh to like me, Heather, and Lauren, like we're all like, oh, I'll pack my whole house up and take to get the shoot if I know I want it. Where like that wasn't a natural reaction for you.
No, I wasn't there.
Like we never, like for the three of us, we probably wouldn't even have brought it up that we were doing it because, you know, some things are just natural to you as a person that aren't to somebody else. So, and also like shining a light that no, not all projects naturally came together. The client didn't just green light everything to the very last, you know, throw towel. So
a lot of it is smoke and mirrors on photo shoots and that it continues to highlight that these things that we're experiencing as designers are not always unique to us, and that saying them out loud gives you an opportunity to see and hear that where you go, oh yeah, this is normal. People hustle for photo shoots. This is what needs to be done. Like,
it's the cost of doing business. It's like can be expensive. Yep. It can be a pain in the ass. And you just have to weigh that for your stuff. And if it's worth it, do it.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I just end on that is thank you to the hotties who were messaging and DMing and responding to the Patreon episodes,
And congratulations for going for it if you're doing that.
Yeah.
Including you.
Yes. Thank you. It feels, I did get it. What is it? October something. Like
that's when it's scheduled?
Yeah, I'm waiting for my photographer, that Charlotte, who I've worked with before. Like oh
my God.
I know. It was either that or there was another day. It was like one that was like immediate. There was one that was like
next
I
week.
have this one coming up in July. I was like, oh fuck, I'm 100% not ready for that one because there's still lighting and other stuff getting like final layers that the client
it's not done.
is taking. So I'm like, no, that one won't work. And I would rather have, this is the other hard part to say to designers, the delayed gratification is also very hard, but it's like the all good things. Like, yeah, would I be ready a little sooner? Yes. But will waiting until that first week of October be terrible? No, because
will October be here before you know it?
Oh my God, we're going to High Point tomorrow, basically. By the way, we'll be in High Point in the fall, you guys, in case we don't say that enough.
And I will be in Vegas in a couple weeks.
But that's a short, right? That you're not doing anything for the podcast. We should clarify that. Like, but if you see Rebecca or you're there and you're around and
I'll be there for
you run into her
2.5 days. One day at market.
So hot.
One day at the pool.
I think that sounds perfect.
Yeah.
And then there's not too much to look at. Like, sorry, Vegas, but
no, I mean, I my go-tos. Yeah.
Just drop in one more day.
And just going with the girlies is always fun.
Yeah.
But if you're going, DM me and maybe we can say hi or look out for you.
Or like meet up at a certain showroom if you guys are going to be around.
Yeah.
Yay. Okay, well.
Oh, we have a lot. Sorry, I should say we do have posts about one of the episodes that we have about Vegas and High Point.
Oh my gosh. Not you asking me right now.
This is why we created them, because people always
This-
have questions.
This is why we created them, and I feel like we could find them really quick actually, because like we did 2 episodes on this, like of more generic Vegas planning, I feel like. Didn't we?
Yeah, we wanted it to be a little bit evergreen of
Oh,
Sorry.
I don't know. Sorry
we'll
guys.
put it
I
in
don't
the show
know.
notes.
Oh, High Point Market 101 is episode 139.
Okay.
And then we did a Vegas one. We did Vegas episode 157.
Non-spawn.
sounds Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. That makes sense.
We have so many episodes. We have so many episodes.
6 years.
I feel really proud of that.
Yeah, it's a weird time capsule
It's weird to realize that
that
so
I
much
never
of
want to open again, but
like so much of yourself is out there. It's like probably why like Queen Victoria burned all her diaries and stuff. Like or her daughter destroyed a lot of her stuff. Probably was like, nah, we don't want all this. We don't want all this out there. Let's clean this up.
would do that.
Yeah, so like one day Rebecca's just gonna say, okay, guys, you have 30 days, and we're gonna cut off the podcast archive or like
Oh
what?
my God.
Like what would we wait? Who really quick?
It probably should be in our will.
Like it's something you have to think about, right?
Yeah. It probably should actually.
Yeah, because like what? Hey, Luanna Guerra, have you had to do estate planning for your podcast? Like, I'm so I feel like she's been doing it the longest. She has a huge catalog, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm like wondering, like, what
valuable.
do you do with it? Like, is it something or does it just die off? I don't know.
Well, who's
Stay
paying
tuned.
who's paying the hosting $12 a month for those videos to stay up?
That's what I was just thinking is like, oh, the more content you have, the more space it takes up. And then what happens to it? We've never had this question. We've never thought about this before. Like, what do you do if you like go, like if Dax Shepard signs off, does just like Spotify continue to keep hosting it indefinitely? Does he pay for it? I mean, he's a
No.
millionaire, but like different question.
Well, they're a partnership, so I'm sure Monica would still pay, but no, it is weird.
No. And also, like, do you
It
not
all
want
goes
them
on
out there?
Patreon. Well, that's the second part of it is like, do I
How
just
much?
want this? And I don't like, I have no legacy fantasies, so that doesn't appeal to me.
Of like, I left behind a lexicon of,
Dumb
1,000
ideas.
episodes. Like,
Dumb business ideas? Yeah, no.
but you could probably upload all of us into some database and like make an AI Hot and Designers Club podcast.
Ew, that's what would happen. Yeah, no.
That's what we'd have to stop. Is
And then
like,
Cecily would be so embarrassed and so mad at me for the rest of perpetuity.
this is that movie, Robin Wright. It's like a surrealist kind of movie where it's called The Congress. Okay, I just had to Google it. The Congress came out in 2013. It's very meta and creepy, but feels also very timely right now because in 2013 they were talking about owning the likeness of an actress, and she had like her whole likeness, her voice, her personality, everything is now owned by a movie studio. And they basically make her this like action star movie.
I mean, that's like what the whole strike was about.
Yeah, and they do this like, and essentially you like buy the character, so who really owns that person anymore? And she keeps the digital version of her, this version of her can just keep making movies, even though the real version of her is like an older and aging actress at one point.
Have you seen the TikTok star that is that? There's an
No.
it actually like not got me, but like it actually made me pause. There is
It's
a
like an AI
TikTok
person?
AI, 100% AI. She's a pop star. And I was like,
What?
I can't remember what she looks like. She has really striking eyes that look like surprising with the rest of her. I don't remember what her fake culture is, but it's like, wow, how is this person that perfect? And I started like looking and totally AI. I think that she has millions of followers, and they're saying that that is going to be the future of
Is it,
industries.
wait, viral AI music phenomenons? Sienna Rose,
I think
Sonia
her.
Monet,
It might be Sienna Rose.
a neo soul AI singer. Okay, this is weird.
It is weird,
Um,
and it looks pretty good. And just like in 2 years, it's going to be undetectable.
Okay,
And it's like people follow it and listen to the music. It's so gross and
Okay.
weird.
I do want to say one thing about AI music, and this might be weird, but there are AI Cambodian songs, which are like great around like my boyfriend and his mom, who primarily speaks Khmer, but even she can't understand a lot of the Khmer the way it's put in songs, because lyrically I would say it's a sing-songy language. So then when you're trying to make the words match the melody and the tone of the music, a lot of Khmer words when they're being sung sound nothing like the word itself.
Okay.
And so she can't translate. But the AI Khmer songs are still so robotic that she can like hear the words more clearly and feel like she can interpret the music better.
But is it
Which
good
is-
music?
It's some of it is. And that's why I'm saying this.
Like that Puerto Rico song? Like,
Oh my gosh, yeah. The
Okay, we
first time in
gotta-
San
we
Juan.
gotta
We gotta
wrap
wrap
it
up.
up.
But yes, it is like that. And some of them are like
a bop?
even bops. Like they take modern music samples and then create like a classical Khmer song, but using more like pop music or something like that. And some of them I'm like, oh, this would slap if they had the right producer. Like,
Oh my God.
it's good. So, okay, yeah, we're all falling victim to AI, and that's not the way we
Just-
would leave the show, but I think we're going to
Yeah,
have to
it's a
leave it
wrap
there.
on society.
Yeah. It's a wrap on society, and
This
until next
episode-
time.
Stay hot, designers.
Thanks for listening to the Hot Young Designers Club podcast.
For more on what we talked about today, check out the show notes
Your support helps us grow, so share with your design besties.
and subscribe and leave a review on Apple Podcasts.
Our conversations continue on Instagram.
And be sure to download our monthly resources on our website and our Patreon.